The Archbishop Metropolitan and Primate of all Nigerian Anglican Communion, His Grace the Most Reverend Dr. Henry Ndukuba, has asked the Christian faithful to emulate and imbibe the life of Christ lived while on earth. He was speaking to ACNNTV during the Maundy Thursday service on the importance of the servant leadership life led by Christ, who subjected himself to the life and level of a slave while on earth, leaving an example for the disciples to follow and a purpose to live for. He said the price paid by Christ earned him the name that is above every other name. He therefore urged Christians to emulate Christ and be obedient to God in carrying out his commands and in living the servant leadership life.
We celebrate the institution of the Lord's Supper, the Holy Eucharist, the Holy Communion. And we want to thank God that in it, God has shown us what we ought to be. And Christ has given us an example to follow and a purpose to live for. Washing of feet was the task which should be performed by servants, slaves. But Jesus took it upon himself to humble himself and to do the work of a slave. He humbled himself and became obedient to the Father, even unto death, even death upon the cross. And the Father has so highly exalted him and given him the name that is above every other name. Before exaltation, there must be the humbling of ourselves. There must be the service. There must be the obedience. If we will love and obey God and serve God as Jesus has done, we will be blessed. But more importantly, he came not to be served, but to serve and to give him his life as a ransom for many. And today we celebrate the Pascal feast, the feast of our Passover, in which Jesus instituted the Holy Communion. And this is in fulfillment of Exodus chapter 12, where God instituted the Passover, the deliverance of the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. Likewise, Jesus gave his life to deliver us from the bondage of sin, of Satan, of sorrow, of suffering, and every aspect of the afflictions of this life. And so we will always remember that we are not in bondage because God sent his Son, Jesus Christ, born of a woman, born under the law, so that he will deliver all who have been under the law and under bondage. And so if we have been delivered by Jesus, we are no more slaves. We are free. We are set free. We are inheritors and heirs of God in Christ Jesus.